Someone says your name behind closed doors. Suddenly you feel a strange spark inside your mind, even before you fully recognize what's happening. But here's the twist. That sensation began before you could even speak, before you could even walk, maybe before you could even remember being alive. When a baby hears their own name, a hidden part of their universe comes alive, and almost no one talks about what's really happening. Big claim. Think about this. A baby's name isn't just a word, it's a secret key. It's the very first doorway into self-awareness, into consciousness. For an infant, hearing their own name doesn't just trigger recognition, it activates something much deeper. It's the first moment a human learns they exist, as a separate being, seen, noticed, and important enough to be called for. Common theory, then destroy it. Most people think babies just hear sounds, like any other noise. Oh, that's just mommy or daddy talking. Simple, right? But here's the curious part. That's totally wrong. Neuroscientists at Yale thought so too, until recent brain scans completely changed their minds. Scientific discovery. At Stanford University, researchers placed newborns under a gentle MRI. No stress, just a mother's face and a stream of words. But every time a baby heard their own name, softly spoken or even whispered, one region of their tiny brain would ignite in a burst of color. What they found surprised everyone, the same region that in adults lights up when we feel a sense of self. Babies as young as 4 months old responded differently to their own name than to any other sound on Earth. Main reveal, the viral moment. So here's the truth that nobody tells you. Hearing their name is one of the very first clues a baby receives that they are real, that they are separate from everything else, that they matter. In that split second, a nameless world becomes personal, and for the first time, a baby's mind draws a map with themselves right at the center. Rehook. But here's where it gets even stranger. Some babies hear their name hundreds of times a day, and yet don't react the way you'd expect. Why? What really happens inside their mind when that sound reaches their ears? Experiment story section. Imagine this. Tucked into a sunlit room, dozens of babies sit on their parents' laps. A scientist, gentle and smiling, calls out their names in a whisper. Some babies turn, their eyes locking on the sound like a magnet. Others freeze, almost as if a secret program just switched on deep inside their mind. In a famous MIT study, they played recordings of names through hidden speakers. The babies' pupils widened, their hands curled. Heart rates jumped, a mini wave of adrenaline, as if their subconscious is shouting, "That's me." Without ever being taught, without understanding words, they already know their own story is starting. Personal connection. Here's what most people miss. You're not just observing this, you are part of this. That feeling you get when someone across a crowded room says your name and your whole body tingles, that's the exact same circuit that fired inside your brain before you ever spoke your first word. It's hardwired, it's ancient, and it's still shaping you. Deeper layer. And here's something even deeper. For babies, hearing their name isn't just recognition, it's belonging. It's the first time you're pulled into the web of family, tribe, and society. Your name is how you're woven into the lives of everyone around you. It's the first boundary between me and everything else. Beneath all our technology and language, it's a mystery that connects us to every human who ever lived. Warning or important insight. But what happens if that connection is broken? Studies show that babies who rarely hear their name or who never see eyes light up when it's spoken struggle to develop that deep sense of self. The risk is invisible, but real. It's not just about learning words, it's about learning that you matter, that you belong. Powerful ending. Every one of us began with a single sound, a name, echoing through our earliest memories, etching its pattern across our brain. And long before we could answer, something inside us already knew. We were being called into the world, separate, unique, alive. CTA plus loop. Has anyone ever mispronounced your name? Did it feel wrong in a way you couldn't explain? In our next video, discover why hearing your own voice recorded can feel so unsettling and what it reveals about your identity. Subscribe and join the journey into the hidden mysteries that shape every human life.